Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Give everybody a few seconds, maybe a minute or so to come in. Oh, we've got a lot to talk about this morning. Um, we're talking about emotional thinkers. They're dangerous. I want to tell you why, and I'm going to try and give you some advice on how to deal with them moving forward. Yeah, there's some wisdom that we need in that area. Here's what I need you to do: invite somebody, share, and we will be back right after this.
He always keeps it tight, just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time or a crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on, coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you serve it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's good to be alive. It's another day that He has kept us. I need you to do me a favor. Invite somebody. Share. It's about to go down. We've got some information we need to discuss. We've got some wisdom that we need. I'm going to try and help you. Um, Emotional thinking and emotional responses are dangerous. That's what we're talking about this morning. Emotional thinkers and emotional responses. They're dangerous. And we're going to talk about why they're dangerous and what we need to do. How should we handle emotional thinkers, responses? There is a way that we have to handle both. I need you to do me a favor. Invite somebody, share, tell them we are on. A lot of people are still getting the news that we move coffee time only to YouTube completely. Yeah, so let's see who's on this morning. Vonda Oliver. Good morning. Got to fix this mic. You all give me a second. Thank you for your patience. I got 15 minutes, Pickett. Let's go. I got you. I got you. I got you. 2-2. All right. Okay, we're ready for business now. Let's let it rip. So there is we have different personalities of people. Let me do my good mornings, and I'm gonna dive right in because Rhonda Oliver has already given me the clarion call. She's got 15 minutes. She's got to go. I want to be respectful, not just to her time, but yours as well. But since she's the one that put it out there, I got to get on here. We got to get the rocking and rolling. All right. So, good morning, Chanel Wells Bracey, Vonda Oliver, and Rhonda Oliver. Good morning, Rosalind Clark Jones. All right. So we have different personalities of people in our world. We need all personalities. I don't think one personality is necessarily better. I have an echo. Let's see here. I can fix that. What about now? All right, the echo should be gone. What about now? As soon as you tell me it's gone, I get to rocking and rolling. Until then, you're the holdup. What about now? Is the echo gone? All right. So we have different personalities. They're different people. Everybody doesn't have or possess the same personality because everybody's not the same person. We are wired different. If you want to look at me, for instance, my personality, I am very passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about what I say. If you don't know me, a lot of times that passion can be misunderstood as, well, why are you getting loud? No, it's passion, baby. Because even when I'm happy, I talk loud. It's a part of who I am. Now, I've had to learn how to tweak it, manage it, how to fine tune it based on the environment that I'm in. But that comes with understanding, development, discipline, and hearing from those who are connected to me, who are assigned to me to make me better. Most of us miss it because the people that are assigned to us to make us better, they irritate us and we don't like being irritated. So what we do is we shut them out in hopes of obtaining a certain level of peace. Well, why peace is important, sometimes we have to be agitated to change. Oh, don't miss that. We have to be agitated to change. There are good people that are assigned to you that are assigned to you to help make you better. And that doesn't happen without you being agitated. It's the truth that agitates us. It's the truth that causes us to feel uncomfortable. And when that truth is given, that truth has to also be respected. But because we don't like it, what we tend to do is shut it off and shut it out. And that is the danger. And that is how we get left to ourselves and not become better than what we are. Y'all follow me? All right. Thank you. So we have to have people in our life that will agitate us to change. So a lot of times you get on here and I'm talking about certain things. You can see yourself there. You know, psychologically, your mind is moving. You're trying to place what's being said. Then God will start talking to you about you, or different memories start coming up. Yeah, I remember I did that. Yeah, I'm like that too. Yeah, me too, Pickett. I'm the same way. Hey, I'm guilty. And it's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is when you have no one around you to help tell you who you are. We are internal beings. We cannot see ourselves externally. Because we can't see ourselves externally, we have to depend on each other in order to become better. Your better lays in the hands of those that are closest to you, who have access to you, who can tell you the truth. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube. I just came on to tell y'all we are live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. So you have to have an outside source to be able to correct behavior that you may have that you don't know you have. You say things, you do things that you don't see and you don't hear. And because we are internal creatures, I know how I said it. I know how I meant it. But that's not necessarily how it came out. And a lot of times people are offended at our presence. They're offended at how we say things. And because we don't have the right people around us to help correct us, what we do is we keep going like we're correct, and we're offending the people that are sent to help the vision that God has given us. All right. So we got to become better. And the way that you get better, you got to keep the right people around you. That's the first thing. All right. We have different personalities. That's the second thing. The third thing is when you're dealing with emotional thinkers. Let's get on this here. You if you are an emotional thinker, you're dangerous. You're dangerous because at the presence of emotion, if discipline is lacked, then your emotions can become poisonous to the environment where you were sent to affect, effect, and infect change. Pickett, you're talking good. I know it. I know I am. I know I am, because you are an emotional thinker. You process things emotionally. Now, in the absence of discipline, when you are an emotional thinker, you respond out of the same emotions that you think out of. And because you lack discipline, you will tear up the environment that God has given you to enhance and make the lives of other people better, because you've not learned how to contain and bring discipline to your emotions. There are two things, and I say this all the time. There are two things that are of vital importance when it comes to communication. All right. If you are on Facebook, you need to get to YouTube. That's where coffee time is. I just got on Facebook to let you know we're on YouTube. And Charmaine Stevens, I miss you. I need you on YouTube. Meech, what up, boy? Meecham Clark, what's up, man? Go to YouTube. Go to my page on YouTube, Terrence Pickett's Coffee Time. I just jumped on Facebook to tell you that we're on YouTube. Meecham, we need to talk. In fact, I'm going to call you when I get off this live. You've got a recording coming up you didn't tell me about. You know I support what you do. So let's talk, bro. All right. So I had to send them to YouTube. So.
And that is the danger, and that is how we get left to our...
All right. Now, emotional thinkers, you've got to develop discipline so that however you feel about what you're thinking, you're going to have to learn discipline, because you're not supposed to necessarily share how you feel. Your feelings, there he is, Meecham Lamar Clark. Meecham has a recording coming up. Make sure you all support that. So when you're an emotional thinker and you react emotionally and there is no discipline, you hurt the people that God sent to help you. There are so many people on assignment in the world right now. They're losing their assignments because the person that they're supposed to be helping develop their vision can't get out of their feelings. You respond to everything out of your emotions. You take everything personal. You think emotionally. You control the narrative in your own head. You play it back in your own head. Then when you see that person, all of your emotions and all the things that you've narrated in your mind, you unleash on them. And I'm telling you, you are killing the hand of God in your life, because the hand of God in your life is revealed through the people that he sends you to bring the vision to pass. The problem with a lot of us, there's two things. Some of us don't have any visions and no goals, so we can live like we want to live because we don't have anything to lose. The second thing, for those of us that have visions and goals, we've not developed the discipline because we believe that the title, makes us, and people ought to respect the title, and we don't have to have godly character. That's dangerous. Everybody needs character. Everybody needs integrity. I've had to work on mine. Come on. All of us are a work in process, but we can't use grace as an excuse to stay where we are, because it's grace that empowers us to become better, move further, and be greater. So you cannot, Cassandra Davis, it's good to see you. I think I'm going to start doing 7:30s from here on out. I like this time better. Charmaine Stevens, good to see you. So a lot of times when God sends us ideas, he gives us projects. Our personality, our emotions hurt the people that have been assigned to help us fulfill the dream and the goals inside of us. You got to stop thinking out of your emotions. And here's how you do it. You've got to staff your weaknesses. I never forget, I used to be this person that I'm talking about now. And when I get upset, I go to kicking chairs, raising my voice. And it was extremely offensive to people. And I didn't know how to tame it. I was young now. I was in my early 20s. And what I had to do is for the organization that I was with, hire someone who could communicate my values, my heart, and how I wanted things to go. And I had to limit myself with public interactions because I did not have the discipline to deal with the people. I hope y'all catching this morning. Wherever you lack discipline, God is going to send you someone who is able to carry that part of you. They're able to walk it out for you and handle that until you develop the discipline that you need to be that. There's nothing wrong in saying I'm not there yet. There's nothing wrong in saying, hey, I'm working on it. There was a time in my life where I just didn't have what I have now. And I had to be honest and tell I'm not there. I can't handle that. Even now, there are certain environments I cannot handle. I'm not there yet. But as I grow in grace, as I develop discipline, let me tell you what brings you discipline. Daily struggles. The things that happen to you in the run of a day are the things that God is going to use as tools to pull out of you what shouldn't be there and add to you what should be there. The wisdom of God that you need for every situation is developed in the circumstances of the day. I'm going to say that again. The wisdom of God that is needed for any situation is developed through the circumstances of the day. You get better as you confront the things that are thrown at you in the run of a day. Learning how to trust God with daily things develops your faith so you can dream for big things. So you cannot cheat the process. You got to go through. One of the problems is we want everything done so quickly. We want everything to happen so fast. We want to close our eyes and open up and abracadabra, there it is. And that's not how it works. He's a God of systems and processes. And until you allow the system to do what it was designed to do, and until you understand the process, you will never have the success. Success happens as you perfect the process. It's in rehearsal that we learn how to become better. The performance or the big stage or the main stage is an extension of what rehearsal is. You've got to rehearse good behavior. You've got to rehearse good thoughts. I was talking to my daughter the other night and we were challenging each other. She was saying, well, Dad, you got to do this. And I'm like, well, Vic, you got to do this. And we weren't at each other. We were speaking in general based on the view that we have in each other's life. Iron sharpens iron. Now, if I was arrogant, egotistical, and didn't believe a child could tell me nothing, I'd miss the wisdom that my daughter was transferring to me. And that's what we do. We stack people on levels and shelves where we think they are, and we leave them there without understanding that there's a purpose for everybody that is in your life. I'm going to say that again. There is a purpose for everybody that is in your life. Everybody in your life serves a purpose. Let me tell you something. I know y'all don't like your enemies and your haters, but they are necessary in order for you to breathe the purpose that God has placed inside of you. Y'all act like haters and your enemies are the worst people. No, the worst person you're going to ever meet is you. Your haters and your enemies are sent for you to develop the love, passion, forgiveness that is necessary for the journey. You need them. Let me tell you why you need them. They're essential for your growth. Because no seed grows on top of the ground. It has to be buried in the darkness of soil. Pictures aren't even developed in light. Pictures are developed from negatives in a dark room. And you got to understand that good and evil works together. There would be no good if there wasn't evil. The tree of life. Then you had the tree of knowledge in the garden. The tree of knowledge, it wasn't just good. Evil was there in a perfect place. So don't you tell me God doesn't use evil. and you're trying to execute all of the negatives out of your life. You're trying to execute all of the evil people. You're trying to extradite everybody. Everybody don't even know. Get out of my. Listen to me. Jesus chose Judas, and he also chose Peter. And you're going to understand sooner or later that a car runs off of negative charge and a positive. So it's the good and evil that God chooses to make you and to make you better. Your biggest enemy is yourself. You're the problem. It's not the devil. He doesn't have the power to get on the frequency where you are. How are you going to be in Christ covered by the blood and the enemy has power to attack you? Who raised y'all? 80 to 90% of all your attacks are perpetrated in the resources of your own mind. It's what you think. Your mind has become your enemy. Your mind is throwing you off balance. Your mind is hindering you, and your mind is keeping you from the success that you're supposed to have. And because you have an unruly mind, you have unruly emotions, and now you're so emotional. Every response is emotional, and you're so full of emotions that the people that were sent to you to help you rationally, you deem them irrational because there's no discipline in your emotions. Pickett, you talking good, Doc. You're talking good, Pickett. Calm down. Relax. Chill. Give yourself 5 minutes. Release. Relate. Release. Take a deep breath. Everything should not be so emotional. Your mind is causing you to undo the good that God has before you, because when you are an emotional thinker and you react emotionally, you literally begin to dig up the promises that God has for you because you're responding and reacting out of your emotions. Your feelings are not your friend. Say that again. Your feelings are not your friend. I'm going to say it again. Your feelings are not your friend. It's nothing worse than working for someone who's a bucket full of emotions. You never know what you're going to get. You don't. That's misery. I've done it. I've survived it. But did you not know that the average victim becomes the perpetrator of which they were victimized by? So the fight in this thing is to not become what you hate because of the environment you were in. This is why discipline is necessary. And most of the discipline you're not going to be able to develop by yourself. God's going to place people around you that can call out your mess. I had a friend to tell me, he called out some stuff on me, and I was like, what? Because the first thing that happens when we're exposed is we're like Adam and Eve. We reach for dead excuses to cover the nakedness of our own flesh. We want to hide. It takes maturity to accept and admit what you are and what you are not. Now I'm wrapping this thing up, but it's time for you to apply discipline to your emotions. For all you people who don't like people and you want to be secluded, locked up in your own house with yourself, you will never become better. You not wanting or liking to be around people is why you need to be there, because there is something that God's trying to develop in you. Now, I share that. I go through seasons I just want to be left alone. There's a difference between stepping back to release, relax, reset, and then that becomes your living place, you can't live in relaxation and you can't live a secluded life. You got to get out. You got to develop friends. You got to let somebody love you. You being isolated is not you protecting your peace. It's you running from your purpose. You don't get better if you're not around people, because everything that God does in the earth, he does through somebody. This is why church is necessary. I didn't say the religion of church, the legalism of church. No, church is necessary because it's supposed to build community. Community. We need each other. The longer you live, the more you're going to find out how true that really is. Now, I didn't mean because I come out and I'm around, I'm not with the foolishness. But the people that God send to me are going to make me better. But I need to know, just like they're making me better, God's going to use me to make them better, and we're going to help each other. And there are going to be some things that they do to agitate me, annoy me, and make me want to run back into my shell. I have to resist the temptation to isolate myself permanently by getting healed from the things that have damaged me. So many of us are damaged. Prolonged grieving, prolonged isolation. All of those are mental health issues. And that's what causes you to be so emotional. Your mind is not healthy. You're not clicking on all cylinders. And as a result of that, you're irrational. You got to get your mind under control. How do you get your mind under control? Practice it every day. You can feel your flesh crawling, and the Holy Spirit will tell you, don't say that. You got to learn how to listen and don't say it. He'll walk away. It begins with fasting and drinking water. Fasting helps you get discipline over your body. If you're not used to denying yourself, you'll never develop discipline, because discipline comes from denial. It's resisting to do the thing that I feel I need to do. You know, I used to feel like I get out. I need to get all y'all straight in here, all y'all, because y'all the problem, not me. I'm God's man. No, sir, you were the problem. You were the reason the atmosphere was contaminated. It was peaceful till you got there. You are a whole riot, and the reason you don't see it is you've isolated yourself from people, and you've grown against your own thoughts. So you can't be better than what you are because you have nothing to leverage it against. Oh, Pickett, you're talking good this morning. I know it, Doc. I know it. So we've got to bring discipline. Discipline comes through denial. How do you deny yourself? You need to go on fast. You don't have to start out 30 days, 40 days. Do 3, do 1. Start with lunch. The next day, do lunch again. Next day, do breakfast and lunch. 2 days. Next day, do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Build to the place where you're able to do what you need to do. Nobody says it has to happen in a day. It's a process. Oh, I hope that helped you this morning. Here's what I need you to do. Do me a favor. Go to Facebook. Whatever you got out of this morning, share a little bit of it on your page and put Coffee Time YouTube. I'm going to be checking your posts. I need you to help me out. That's how we market what we do. That's how we spread the word. And that's how we help others. You don't just get information that will bless you and keep it to yourself. You got to share it. Come on. That's how the message of Christ reached the world. They were sharing it. That's how the Bible spread throughout the world. They were sharing it. I need you to share it on your page, okay? Do that for me this morning as soon as you hang up, if you can. Just share a little bit of what you got out of this morning's coffee time. All right? I appreciate you all. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for what you do. I've got to give a shout out to our sponsors, Fearless Girls. Hey, they've got a trip coming up. I will have that information to you later today. I'm going to come live later today, and I'm specifically talking about Fearless Girls, and we're going to talk some more about this. But there's a trip coming up. I couldn't get the information downloaded in time. I will have it for you later today or even in the morning. But go to the Fearless Girls page, Dr. Teresa White. I'm telling you, ladies, it will bless your life. I'm not lying to you. So Coffee Time is presented to you by Fearless Girls and Crazy Beans Coffee. Thank you. Without your ear, I don't have a voice. You make this possible. I believe we are a match made in heaven. And I'm glad I have the ability and honor and privilege to do life with you. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom on the inside of you is not able to handle. You've got to calm down, slow down. Shh. Be quiet and let wisdom speak. When wisdom speak, you will always win. You all go out, have a productive day. Remember to think higher, speak life. Don't forget, post something good. Post something you got out of this morning's Coffee Time to your page. I'm going to be scrolling through Facebook, checking it out. And also remember your sponsorships, your monthly, weekly, daily sponsorships, whatever you decided to give, don't fail there. If you say, well, I haven't decided to give, but I want to give something now, the Cash App is on the screen. I appreciate your support financially too. I appreciate it. Can't do it without you. We're still expanding. There are a lot of great things we have coming, but it begins with us helping each other. So I appreciate that. I love you guys. I really do. I do. And more than anything, I want to see you succeed and prosper as God has designed you to. So you all go have a great day. Be productive. And always remember to think higher, speak life. Peace out.
Time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right. In my life, it's never a wrong time or a crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time, coffee time. In my life, coffee time, coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you serve it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you